Hello, my name is John Murphy, and this is my presentation on virtual services providers for class NWK320A. Next slide. With the advent of software such as VMware and Hyper-V, a major advancement in the field of IT has developed, that of virtualized systems and cloud-based services. The classic construct of hardware, operating system, and application has been changed to include a virtualizing monitoring level between the hardware and instances of operating system and applications. This change brought about the SPI model, which is infrastructure as a service, aka hardware, platform as a service, aka operating system, and software as a service, aka applications. This major change in construct through virtualization has turned much of IT work into a utilities profit surface, as I will explain. Broadly speaking, the obligations to maintain the physical components of a network have been taken over by cloud-based services. This includes the health and welfare of the devices, such as hardware failures and software health and welfare from a remediation and licensing perspective. Next slide. With the advent of cloud-based services, an ever-growing set of services or domains are now available to customers. First among them are compute options. This is the basic virtualization of local servers accessible via a web browser from anywhere in the world. A customer can buy any number of servers, spec'd out according to however much CPU, memory, hard drive space, etc. that they deem appropriate. Second is database capabilities. Multiple database options are available now with the ability to consolidate disparate DB types virtually without requiring building a new DB solution from scratch. The third is storage options. The labor-intensive process of backup administration can now be handled by this service. Fourth is troubleshooting services. These cloud-based services companies provide their own level of technical support whenever a business needs to alleviate IT issues. Last is monitoring capabilities. Even though a business puts their IT structure in the cloud, they still need to monitor the health and wellness of their virtual servers. Being virtual does not exempt them from issues that must be administered. Next slide. So what does a cloud service provider look like physically? When a business virtualizes their network, there are two major forms of virtualization, private and public. A private virtualization is where they set up their own bank of servers that get incorporated into a virtual solution in-house. While this lowers the number of physical servers at a business, it still carries with it the physical obligations of housing, power, cooling, and maintenance. The other form of virtualization, being public, is where all physical servers are maintained by the cloud service provider. Even in this circumstance, though, the physical hardware must be housed somewhere. What is happening is that major virtualization centers are being built throughout the world. These physical locations are called availability servers. Sorry about that. As of 2019, Azure has 44, Google Cloud has 18, and AWS has 55. More are being built as we speak. Through the use of API software, disparate hardware, solutions can also be merged together into virtual solutions. And by using the grid computing concept, failover processes ensure redundancy in case of hardware failures. Next slide. Just like the dynamic characteristics of virtualizing one's network, the pricing options within cloud services are very modular. A business could opt for a set price, establishing a set level services for yearly or, say, 3-year periods. This is a more classic static approach to financing. The other major option is a use-based or on-demand choice. This option charges a company for use as it is used. If the financing of a business can operate within this approach, then they can save a lot of money at the end of the year. Whatever the primary form agreement is built, there are subcomponents to pricing. This includes application usage, quantities of hardware component reservation, and storage options. This concludes my briefing. Thank you very much.